5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 2 of SKT versus KT Roster in the Pro League Grand Finals. This is going to be a matchup between Bisu and Crazy Hydra. Bisu, I have to say, SKT1 bringing out its Top Guns fantasy, and now Bisu as the purple Protoss at 12 o'clock position on the map alternative against the hapless Crazy Hydra here. This game is going to be about Bisu destroying Crazy Hydra, seen here. The question is not if, the question is how. How will Bisu demonstrate to us his mastery versus Zerg? What choices will he make to delight and entertain his fans? That's really the question here, because Bisu is the master and Crazy Hydra is just going to be one of those hapless henchmen sent out here in the action movies who is completely outmatched by the hero, who is capable of killing him 5 times before he hits the ground. This is how far out of his league Crazy Hydra is against Bisu. Bisu pointing down, piling in front, bringing his probe back. He is not even scouting with that first probe, and these girls are quite proficient at hiding their faces with those signs. Surely all Bisu fans, even though I believe they were actually wearing KT uniforms, but still, come on. Probably Bisu fans anyway. There we see a drone there at the front by Crazy Hydra trying to block any sort of scout. That is probably his only chance, some sort of clever hidden strategy here. He has gone for the 9 pool, I believe, and trying to hide his tech somewhat. And there is some more. Okay, now they are acting normal, I have to say, hiding their faces and whatnot. Bisu sending out his probe to scout, putting down the forge here at the front. And this map alternative has been host to quite a few entertaining PvZs, I have to say. And there we see another girl. I do not know what those signs are, but these are the SKT1 fans. And now, looks like Crazy Hydra gonna put down his second hatchery there at the 9 o'clock position. Bisu gonna scout out this 9 pool. He probably should know based on the timing of when the pool was completed. I believe it was 9 pool anyway. Regardless, Bisu is content to put down his Nexus and a cannon, the front to defend. He's not going to be too worried. There are a few Zerglings coming out, and Bisu with that probe able to keep it alive forever. Usually he sees the 2 Zerglings and didn't know they are coming straight for his base. He has failed to spot any sort of expansion in natural, but surely he's got to suspect expansion somewhere else. And look at the massive crowd there in the background. As you can clearly see, Pro League Grand Finals still quite an event, and now we have 6 Zerglings out chasing this probe, so Bisu knows exactly what is coming his way. I don't know, I thought Crazy Hydra needed to do something special, something clever to beat Bisu here, and being this obvious with his initial forces, unless he's got something else planned. If he keeps playing like this, well, admittedly, this is still very early in the game, so that's not fair enough to Crazy Hydra. But the point is, if Crazy Hydra goes for something where he telegraphs his attack beforehand, where it's obvious what Crazy Hydra is going to do, Bisu is going to crush Crazy Hydra without contest here. That girl is very surprised to be on television, apparently. Bisu is scouting out the expansion at 9 o'clock. Crazy Hydra putting down another base there at the at his natural. He's got an extractor up, but he's not mining gas. That's interesting. Perhaps he only mined enough gas to get Zergling speed, and he's going for 3-hatch Zergling break. That seems highly unlikely. 3-hatch Hydra break, though, is quite popular, and Bisu losing his scouting probe there. And there we see commentators are so excited they're not even sitting down. I, however, am saying, oh my god, I do not know who the guy in the middle is, but man, that guy is intense, I have to say. Wish I knew what he was saying, but wow, that guy has passion. Perhaps he is upset that NBC Game is trying to disband. Maybe that's what he was passionate about. I have to say that makes most sense to me. That's what I'm guessing he's saying. Bisu sending out early Zealot there, but is getting spotted by that Overlord. And now we see 6 Zerglings out on the field, going to chase around the probe a bit. Some Zerglings getting split off to intercept that Zealot, and that Zealot probably not going to be able to do too much except scout around. Bisu gonna back his Zealot up. Now, I guess he just wanted to send that out to distract the Zerglings, trying to sneak the probe into the main. And we see a Hydralisk then and a Lair. So Crazy Hydra is going for an exact standard build of versus Protoss, not even going for the fast Hydra bust. And I don't know what Crazy Hydra is playing, unless he's got something that I can't see coming and Bisu can't see coming. There is no chance that he could possibly win against Bisu. Bisu has something like a 90% win rate against Zerg in a recent game. That is absurd! Absolutely insane. Especially considering traditionally Protoss vs Zerg is almost always in favor of Zerg, unless you're playing against Bisu. And he's really the only player who you can say that. And Stork, you know, having fallen from grace, Jangbi not really performing too well. He's not winning games. He's playing well, but he's not winning games. Cal has fallen far, far from grace. Free occasionally able to, you know, muster up a good performance, but again, on occasion, none of the new Protoss rookies really up to the same level as the old Stork or the current Bisu. And frankly, now we see forces being massed up here by Crazy Hydra. He has one shot. If he can manage to break down Bisu's defenses, Bisu has the robotics support facility up, and robotics facility up, and maybe he's going to get the Bay. And now we see perhaps a frontal attack. This type of break has been successful on so many Protoss players. Let us see how Bisu copes with this. This is Crazy Hydra's opportunity. If he is going to win, he is going to need to be able to do some sort of break attack early on. Bisu bringing his Zealots out to try to fight. I guess he's just buying time until he can get a Reaver out. As soon as a Reaver comes out, and look at this, 2 Corsairs able to catch all these Overlords, and they are scouting out all of the forces of Crazy Hydra. So Bisu knows exactly how many Hydras is coming his way. KD players look astonished and concerned there, but actually Bisu, maybe they're astonished that Crazy Hydra has actually managed to pick off the gateway somehow. And there we see these Corsairs coming out to kill this Overlord. Bisu really does not want Crazy Hydra to know what is going on inside his base. And the Forge going down. None of this is unusual, but Crazy Hydra has perhaps 10 or 20 seconds to attack before that Reaver comes out and a Scarab gets built. Crazy Hydra is massing up as many forces as he possibly can for this. He's got a layer, it seems, just for Overlord speed. I don't even think he has a Hydralisk speed. He's upgraded range first. That's interesting. Bisu with his Reaver out now is going to be extraordinary. Unless Crazy Hydra is going for a drop. Bisu has been notoriously weak to drops before. Yellow having demonstrated his mastery to destroy Bisu with a drop. And this has got to be what Crazy Hydra is going for. Bisu, though, scouting this out with a Corsair. I think he sniffs this out. I think Bisu knows what's coming his way. And let's see how Bisu comes with this. This is Crazy Hydra's opportunity. He needs to get the game won here. Bisu's defenses are at the front. He's got a Reaver, a Shuttle. That Shuttle coming up just in the nick of time, and a few Zealots there. This is the opportunity for Crazy Hydra to strike and break through. I do not know why he is not attacking. He's also building some lurkers. He can't wait. He needs to attack sooner rather than later here. He is massing up his forces in the back of the base here, and Bisu with Corsair is able to pick off that scouting Overlord. Now, Crazy Hydra going for the drop, but he's only sending a single Overlord with 4 Hydralisks. This is going to do nothing. A 3 Hydralisk getting dropped, but surely that was a distraction. Now, Crazy Hydra sending a secondary drop here at the south, and Bisu has no defenses here. Big drop, including Lurkers and Hydralisks and Zerglings. Well done, I have to say, by Crazy Hydra. If Crazy Hydra can beat Bisu here, his reputation will go way, way higher in my eye. And Crazy Hydra dropping a few more units there in the back. He's doing a combined attack. Bisu, though, already with Observer out. He's got that Reaver, and the Reaver able to do good damage here. Bisu sending his Corsairs in to kill the Overlords. He's sacrificing the Corsairs as he should. Bisu, master from defense by Bisu. Have to say, completely wiping out Crazy Hydra's attack force. This is Bisu, the Bisu power. And look at that, Bisu looking calm here. Not impressed at all by what is actually a very, very good attack by Crazy Hydra. I mean, he did the distraction, And then set the main force into south. He did what he was supposed to do. The timing was a bit off. I felt he should have set in that secondary attack force earlier. He probably would have been better off, maybe not even going for the distraction, just going for attack ASAP when Bisu's forces were still weak. And he needed to pick off that shuttle somehow. But now Bisu has defended very comfortably. His army is more or less intact. He suffered few losses. He's lost some Corsairs, but those can be easily rebuilt. Whereas Crazy Hydra has invested so many resources in his attack. He's going to persist with this attack now. He's got 4 more Overlords here. Perhaps those were a distraction. Now might be a time. Reach there, looking very impressed, I have to say, by Bisu. Even though Bisu is, I mean, quite frankly, most pro gamers are effeminate compared to Reach. But Bisu especially. But even Reach has to have some sort of grudging respect for Bisu's versus Zerg skill. Don't forget, Reach was once upon a time one of the best versus Zerg players around. You know, he was the one who fought Savior, I believe, and July Zerg in his prime. I believe he faced July Zerg in a finals, and Savior in semi-finals of MSLs, July Zerg in finals OSL. I mean, that is how badass Reach is, and Crazy Hydra loading these units up in the Overlords, but with no Hydralisk to escort them, forced to unload most of his cargo, and now Bisu just buying more and more time. Bisu knows time should be on his side. He's got +1 attack upgrade finished, and Bisu's army is just growing more powerful by the minute. Crazy Hydra's invested so many resources into this attack. He knows he's got to be able to get something done, but look at the food count. Bisu's at 101. Crazy Hydra's at a puny 57. There is no chance for Crazy Hydra, and Bisu masterful defense this game. It's not like Crazy Hydra had a bad idea. Yeah, good idea. Reasonable execution. Best looking very happy here. Reasonable execution. Now Crazy Hydra coming in for another attack at the back, but Bisu just way too impressive, and killing so many probes with those lurkers. That attack may have brought Crazy Hydra right back in the game. He slaughtered, must have been something like 20 probes, or maybe not 20, but okay, now surely he's up to 20 probes, killing so many units there at the natural and at the main. So Crazy Hydra with these two great drops. I guess he killed fewer probes at the natural than I thought, perhaps. And Bisu's entire army is sent to chase those two lurkers. That may not be so wise if Crazy Hydra had another attack, perhaps at the natural there. Crazy Hydra's got more than enough forces to break through those photon cannons now. And Bisu's entire army was being distracted. That might have been his chance. As it stands though, Bisu is going to push out. He's lost a good chunk of his economy. And Bisu losing that shuttle. This may yet be the game-winning maneuver by Crazy Hydra, ambushing Bisu's forces as they come out. Bisu though, where is the rest of his army? And Bisu's army getting cut to shreds here by the Hydralisk and by the lurkers. And that observer going down, things going disastrously wrong for Bisu. And with that one maneuver, Crazy Hydra has two maneuvers, I have to say. That drop in the back at the natural, and then another drop at the main, and then that ambush catching Bisu out of position. And Bisu surely surprised, despite his masterful defense early on. Sure, he was in prime position to win the game, but more or less the game has reset now with that great ambush, let's say, by Crazy Hydra. Crazy Hydra now going for another attack to the main. This is probably quite a foolish decision. Crazy Hydra again throwing away the advantage he managed to accrue, coming in with more drops. SKT1 fans know that this is victory. There are so many Overlords dying. Bisu on the defensive this game is remarkably good, although his one attempt to attack there ended disastrously for him. That was perhaps Crazy Hydra's chance. He needed to consolidate his position, but no, he's got double down and going for another attack, which failed, and now Bisu gonna push out with a strong force. This is Crazy Hydra's last army. He's going to lose all of these Overlords, just melted in seconds here. And Bisu overrunning Crazy Hydra's entire army here at the front. This is going to be GG. Quite a close game. GG coming from Crazy Hydra. Back and forth game, I'd say. I was convinced Bisu could not lose the game after he stopped that initial attack, but Crazy Hydra with the brilliant drop in the natural, and then ambushing Bisu's attempt to push out, killing a lot of Zealots and that Shuttle Reaver. But then Crazy Hydra doubling now to try to finish Bisu off with attacking the main, but Bisu, his defenses are still solid, able to defeat Crazy Hydra. Just an intense game overall, I'd say. Absolutely astonishing. Thank you for watching. Going on to the next game.
맞습니다. 이번 경기도 그랬어요. 프로브 잡고 김태경이 나오는 질럿 1번 잡았을 때 임정현도 이길 수 있다라고